This is the plaintiff, John Pankey. He says he gave the defendant a deposit for a gold chain, and when he returned to the store to pay off the balance, he was told the chain was no longer being held for him. The defendant said he took too long to pay the chain off, and after a few conversations, which went absolutely nowhere, he asked the guy for his money back. That's when things turned hostile. The cops were called, and well, here they are. He's suing for $1,700, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Jonathan. He says the plaintiff gave him a deposit on a chain and then disappeared for a year. Even though he knew their policy was the item had to be paid for in full 60 days after the initial deposit is received. He tried to be nice to the plaintiff by offering something else, but the guy started threatening him. He knew then and there they'd end up in court, and well, here they are. He's accused of firing up a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. John Pankey?
Yes.
You are suing the store that the defendant manages. You don't want me to refer to the store or the owner of the store, for $1,700 that you put away on layaway to purchase an item that you didn't eventually purchase. Tell me what happened.
Well, Your Honor, I entered the store on 9/11/2011 to purchase a 14-karat gold chain from the defendant, and later that year, I came into the store and I asked the defendant to show me the chain, and he had taken the chain.
How long did you have for layaway?
Well, I had the chain on layaway for approximately, I had an open agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have the paperwork from the layaway?
Yes, I have right here. I had an open agreement with him.
Is that what your paperwork
I didn't
says?
sign any commitment to a layaway. If you look at the back of the receipt, you'll see that I didn't sign any commitment to a layaway.
Well, that's what you were doing though, right? Let me look at the front of the receipt, which is what you've handed me. Layaways left over 60 days will be returned to stock and deposit forfeited, right?
Okay, yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor, it does.
Okay,
it does say that.
So
what I'm
did you
disputing
know
here,
that you had 60 days? Because it says it right there on your receipt.
No, because
how long did you think
we
you
had a
had?
friendly, open agreement. And
Had you ever done business with him before?
No, I haven't. No, but
Have you ever done layaway
I know him
before?
per se from visiting the mall.
All right. So you put the money down on what day?
I put the money down on 9/11/2011.
Okay. And then you come back when?
October the 10th, 2012.
Oh my goodness. All right. So when you put the money down, you're buying a
14-karat gold chain, Your Honor.
And it's going to cost how much?
$2,172. I put down $1,200.
Then did you ever, between that day, 9/11/2011, and a year and a month later, put anything else down?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
How much?
I put down $500 in October the 10th, 2012.
Okay. And did you put down any more after that 500?
No, because I called him on the phone.
So then that would be.
I told him
how
on the phone.
much total do you say you put down?
I put down $1,700 total.
What did you guys say to him when he came in a year and a month later?
Listen, I said, you don't like the chain, no problem. I'll exchange it.
Was the chain sold or no?
The chain was sold because.
Oh, but I guess you could get another one. There's nothing you need.
Yeah, of course, but he didn't like the chain anyways.
Oh, you didn't say to him where you've been? We've been looking for you?
Oh, you can see we called plenty of times, left messages, will come March.
Watch this. Did they call you?
Yes, they have called me.
Oh, well, I didn't expect that one. Never mind.
Yes.
Watch this. Never mind about my snooty.
No,
watch
no,
this.
no.
When they called you, what were they saying to you?
He called me, but
What were
I
they
also
saying
called
to you?
him.
Well, what were
I
they
have many
saying
song
to you when
records
they
of calling
called
him
you?
continuously.
Right, when they called you throughout that year, you mean?
Yes.
And when they called you throughout that year and told you, hey, come on, you're supposed to finish paying.
And what did I tell him? We had an open agreement. And I
No.
said to him, listen, I'm down in North Carolina. When I can get to New York, they bring you some money. We have a slump in the economy. People are doing bad out here. I will come back there and give you some money on the
It doesn't sound like he thinks you had an open
You understand
agreement.
what I'm
He
saying?
doesn't sound like he agrees to
Of
that
course
you had
not.
an open agreement.
Of course not.
When did the agreement become open? When you decided that you didn't have the money?
He took my money. He took my $1,700. I don't have his jewelry.
So October, he comes in.
October 6th, he comes back, wants a $6,000 chain.
What happened to the slump in economy?
Yeah.
What? No.
I gave it to him. I sold it for
He's not telling you the truth. I didn't ask for no $6,000 chain.
I
As a
sold
matter
it
of
to him
fact,
for $4,000. The layaway says $4,000 we sold it.
All right, so now he owes you $2,862,
Yes.
which he's supposed to pay in 60 days.
Yes.
Do you have this piece of paper for the new item?
No, we never filled it out. We never filled it out.
How do you pay the tax man?
That's
if you
why I
have
said
no
we had an
records of
open
anything?
agreement, Your Honor.
Do you have an off button?
Yes, right here.
Who is the gentleman with you?
That's my son.
Does he have an off button? Be careful. Be very careful. You go home with him. You're not going home with me. That's all right. Listen to me. Is there a disagreement that you decided on a different chain and that it was $4,200 and that you paid a total of $1,700? Those facts are not in dispute, right?
The only dispute is that I called the defendant on January the 13th and told him I would come to the store.
Of this year?
Of this year.
Okay, but hold on. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
I just want to know, you did buy a $4,200 gold chain.
Well, I anticipated him buying a $4,200.
Okay, but why are you doing that if we have a lagging economy and everybody has to understand that times are tough?
Because
and give you a break?
Your Honor, at that time, I was expecting some money.
And you wanted to blow it all on a chain.
And because we had a lagging economy, unfortunately, the money was reduced.
Oh, God. All right. So now January comes, and what happens?
January comes, I call the store, I call the defendant, and I told him, listen, I'm having trouble paying for this chain. And what's happened is we're having a bad economy. The money I was expecting.
How do you expect anybody to take you seriously when you whine about the economy like it's a hurricane,
Well,
and then you're buying a $4,000 chain?
As far as I'm concerned, we're all suffering out here.
Yeah, you know what? When I don't consider it suffering to decide you want to buy a $4,000 chain. Just don't act like people should pity you. Okay? Now go on.
All right.
I mean, look,
you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right, Your Honor.
There are people who are hungry.
That is a little bit absurd. I agree.
Yeah, it is.
That is. So I called him and I told him, listen, I'm having trouble paying for the chain. Can I come into the store and pick something of value for $1,700? He said, I have no problem with that. Come on into the store. So I come into the store. I picked a date, April the 25th. I went into the store with my son, and he showed me some chains, but he didn't have anything that was $1,700.
Are the prices on the items in the store?
Yeah, prices on the items.
Prices are on the items.
Yes,
right.
yes, Your Honor. And he showed me some chains of lesser value, and I didn't want those. So then he says, well, why don't you take a bracelet? So then he showed me some bracelets, and at that point, I felt he was panhandling me. Because when he showed me the bracelets I looked at were not $1,700 bracelets.
But the prices are right on them, right?
$250 bracelets.
But the prices are right on them?
The prices are on them.
Okay, you just feel they're overpriced. They're not worth it.
Exactly.
Okay, but he's not, in other words, it's not one of those places where the price is available upon request and it changes based on who's asking. Because the prices are actually on the items in the store. So you just feel it's not worth it, but it's not like he was trying to steal money from you in particular. He might be trying to steal money from everybody by overcharging, but it wasn't personal because the prices are on it. All right, well, this is a place you were shopping at. All right, so what happens? You decide that you're going to take...
No, what happened was, being the gentleman that I am, what happened was I left the store at that point and told him, I'm going to take you to court for my money because we can't come to an agreement. Then I came back 15 minutes later after I spoke to my son in the lobby and we disputed it.
Hold on, son, come up. You're under oath. Yes. Okay? Tell me what were you in there when your dad was losing it in there?
Yes.
Okay, and then what did you tell your dad when you walked out?
Well, I had spoke to both of them and we had came to an agreement that he was going to give him something for the $1,700. Now, what happened was when he showed us what we could pick from, it was like bracelets that were worth $250. So at that point, my dad's like, nah, we'll just take it to court. Okay. And then, I told him, listen, I don't know if you want to go that route. Let's just take something and go. When we went back in there to speak to them again, they started cleaning off the cabinets and all type of stuff. And they just told me.
He started spraying Windex and I got asthma. He started grossly spraying Windex all over the store, glass cabinets.
While you're talking to him?
While I'm talking to him.
And why do you think he was so offended?
Then he says to me, the father, not him. Then he says to me, I don't want to talk to you no more. I have nothing to say to you. I'm not going to give you anything. And runs to the back of the store and hides in the office and leaves him out here defenseless to talk to me.
Okay.
Right? At that point,
I
tell him, listen, I came back. I want to talk to your father because I really want to settle this. This is the kind of person I am. I really want to settle this. I want to have a fair deal where you give me something in exchange for my $1,700 because I don't want to take you to court. I realize it's been a long time. I realize I've held you up, but you got my money and I have nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And he says to me, my father doesn't want to talk to you no more. Take him to court. He says, take him to court, take him to court. And that's where we wind up in court.
Okay, your father owns the place?
Yes,
Okay,
I have full recordings of how we offered 1,700.
Wait, you have recordings?
Yes.
How do you have the recordings?
On my phone, and we have a.
What do? You pressed your phone while you were arguing with the guy?
No, it records automatically. I have a picture.
What do you mean you record? So you just walk around, you're recording me?
No.
Okay, like how does that work? What do you mean? You have to press a button to make it record?
Absolutely.
So what, when you were having a problem with a client, with a customer, you
recorded the whole situation.
Do you do that with your girlfriend? Like, do you just do that all the time?
No, we
I'm gonna do that to my husband. You said X. No, I didn't. Really?
We offered to give us 17.
Wait. Hold on. Where are you from? New York, one party consent state. You can do it. Go ahead. In Florida, you'd be charged with a felony. Because every state has a different law on whether or not that's permissible.
Yeah, we have a picture of that. It's recorded and on camera and audio recorded. I have the picture of the store policies.
Wait. What recording are you going to show me? The video camera recording or your phone recording?
Phone.
Let me hear the phone recording. I want to hear it. I want to hear what a gentleman he is and the kind of person he is and all those other things he said.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. I'm going to ask a burning question. Be honest. Who is pro jewelry? Who thinks jewelry is a good investment, good to buy? Pro jewelry.
Well, it makes you look, well, depending on what you wear, you feel better about yourself sometimes. So.
Okay, you're kind of hesitant.
Yeah.
It betters your confidence, I think. It adds to your look.
Anti? Anybody anti?
Anti. I'm personally anti because I think it just weighs your body down. I heard it's not even good for your body.
Hey, can I just say one thing to you? Nice watch.
Except for this.
Nice watch. Hypocrite. Okay, it was a gift. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
He just said, pick out something and they might about their business. All right, give me a chain for $1,700. Take one. I don't know what the value of this chain is. You got to tell me what I can get for my money. What can I get for my money? What you want?
Okay, so we offered him $1,700 in the.
Yeah, and he's saying, "What can I get for my money?"
Okay,
he's excited for sure.
So he looks at it. He goes, "I took a panoramic view. I don't like anything. I'll take you to court." Leaves. Comes back a half an hour later.
Why did you stop the tape? Why didn't you just?
The other stuff wasn't.
But that's for me to decide. Well, the other stuff probably wasn't good for you, and that's why you erased it.
No, I can play it for you. Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to hear the entire tape. Don't stop
absolutely.
it. Whatever your dad did, it's not right. I understand what you're saying. Can we y'all want to rectify this today, and it's all kaput, or what? Pick up $1,700. How about that? What? That's fair. Hold on. I don't know. What do you want? Pick out the good. Pick out something you want. That's the way you want to settle it? He just said, pick out something and they might go about their business. All right, give me a chain for $1,700. Take one. I don't know what the value of this chain is. You got to tell me what I can get for my money. What can I get for my money? What you want?
What went wrong? Because that sounds like it was going to be resolved.
Yes.
What went wrong?
He looked around for about half hour, 20 minutes. Looked around. He said, "I took a panoramic view of your store. I don't want anything. I'm taking you to court."
Okay.
I said, "All right, no problem." He walked out. Then, as they said, they talked in the hallway, whatever the case is. The son didn't come back. The father came back. Mr. Pankey came back saying, "Listen, I got angry. You got angry. Let's just leave it at that. Let me take the bracelet." And
your father just changed his mind?
No. Absolutely.
Why?
Because listen, he was being really rude and nasty. He goes,
why? Because he was saying he was going to go to court?
No, my dad was cleaning the showcase.
But then he came, he had to put his tail between his legs and crawl back. I mean, that wasn't enough for your father?
No, you know why? Because 3 years, the layaway is only 30 days.
I know exactly what the law is.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm trying to understand as a business person.
Right.
It's like your dad's kind of unreasonable.
I mean, listen, we dealt with it for 3 years.
I know. You guys were right originally. I'm just curious about why the guy's saying, "I don't see anything in here."
Because my dad was, as he said, he was wiping the showcase. We have a huge store. We have about 20 showcases and 2 windows. He was cleaning the fingerprints off the cases. We do it every hour. And he goes, oh, he's like, you clean very well when you're angry. I got a $40,000 truck outside. You want to go ahead and clean it for me? And that was, I have the recording. And he goes off.
Will you please play whatever you have recorded that I might want to hear?
Me and tells
Give me the juicy stuff. Think it through and just play the juicy stuff.
He tells me off the record, I won plenty of cases like this, and I'll tell you what the judge is going to say.
Ooh. I'll tell you what the judge is going to say.
That's it. All right? No problem. I'll see you in court. I have nothing to say.
That's my dad.
See, now you're getting emotional. I understand that. Because I got emotional. Where are you? Yep. Huh?
He's smooth. He's trying. He's realizing he shouldn't have walked out.
Because I got emotional. Where are you? You know. Yep. I'll excuse your emotionality. Excuse mine. Nope. And let's settle this. Nope. I'm not settling anything. After 2 years, 3 years, and then you come to me and start, all this, and then I was courtesy enough, I was nice to you, I said, like, pick something for $1,700. Your son even said it. Pick something, Dad. What did you do? Oh, I took a panoramic view of this place. You know what? I'll see you in court. We'll see you in court.
You can see the exact moment in time when you pushed a hair too hard. And that time is when someone's giving you a $1,700 credit when they can say, go away, it's been more than 60 days. You know, because it's right on your receipt that you handed me, that you have 60 days for layaway. You know, because they were complaining against you that, hey, you're supposed to pay it up, that they have been nice and cut you a break repeatedly, even selling you a different chain, which was double the price almost.
Yes.
And then letting you put more money down and that coasted for another, I don't know how many months. And, and then all of a sudden it's, they don't hear from you or see you. And then it's you coming in and then it's you, I'm going to see you in court. We're done. When someone's doing you a favor, okay, you got to be a lot nicer about it. And then after you walk off and you got the chain in your hand, tell them, you guys are jerks and say whatever you want. And then you run through them all. But when you don't have it in your hands, it's not the smartest idea because I got to tell you, what do you expect me to do with this? It's right on your receipt. I got to go by the law. And the law is you took more than 60 days and my verdict is for the defendant.
So maybe the plaintiff should have accepted the defendant's offer and somehow and taken advantage of it at the time. What do you think?
Well, I disagree. Totally, because I felt that
they were being generous No,
he wasn't generous.
Well, they didn't have to offer.
He offered me a bracelet that was worth less than $1,700. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't being generous. He was trying to rip me off.
Okay. All right, so head right down there. Let's see what the business has to say. You come out on the winning end of this case, but obviously you lose a customer. What's your feeling here?
That's no problem. He wasn't a customer in the beginning. It was just a complete nuisance.
Well, when he was trying to pick out a $1,700 bracelet, were they worth $1,700? He says they weren't.
I mean, he can say whatever he wants. Gold prices are tremendous now.
The prices were on there. It said $1,700.
Absolutely, it was actually $18.99. We gave it to him for $17.
Harvey.
If the contract says that you forfeit items that you don't pay for on time, fact is it's enforceable, which is why you really need to carefully read these contracts. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.